Hey doers, it's Alyssa from Legal Doer, and today I want to dive into raw footage. You know, all that B-roll footage that's been left on your phone. As a content creator, licensing and selling your raw footage can be a great way to earn some extra income. However, there are some important legal considerations to keep in mind to ensure that you are properly protecting your intellectual property and maximizing your earning potential. It all comes down to knowing your rights, learning how to properly license and sell your raw footage, and having a solid contract in place. If you watched any of my videos, you know I am obsessed with contracts, and they are the most important part of running a UGC business or other freelancing business. It literally dictates what can and cannot happen in a deal. Before we get into all that, go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you're interested in all things UGC and creator-focused content with a legal twist. So let's begin. First off, what is raw footage? Just to make sure we're on the same page. When I'm talking about raw footage, what I'm talking about is that unprocessed, unedited video files left over on your phone. It was either from your video shoot or from your photo shoot. Basically, the deliverables and content, these were created and edited from these raw files. Why is the raw footage so important to the brand? Obtaining the raw footage allows the brand to recreate more videos and more content. Of course, paying for 1 or 10 videos individually can get kind of costly. So the brand would love to use this raw footage to basically edit it into multiple pieces of content. They can put in different transitions, overlays, they can add different captions, hooks, calls to actions, different musics and sounds, and make more or different engaging ads or content just from that raw footage alone. The possibilities are honestly endless. In legal terms, this allows the brand to create derivative work, which is just content that they've created from your raw footage. Understand that selling raw footage is not a new thing, and you're not doing the brand a favor. It's actually the other way around. This is definitely a valuable asset. Photographers and videographers alike have been selling licenses to their edited photos and videos for a long time, and then upcharging for the remainder of that footage. So, how do you sell your raw footage? You will sell your footage in 2 ways. One, by giving the brand usage rights or a license to use your raw footage, or you're transferring full ownership rights. If you sell the footage with a transfer of full ownership rights, this means that you are giving up all of your rights to the brand. They can use it however they want to, like mashing it up with other footage, they can sub-license it or sell it to somebody else without compensating you. It gives them complete control over the footage, allowing them to use it for any purpose, for any length of time, on any platform, literally anything. This is because you are relinquishing all ownership and control over that footage to them. Unless you got my contract template and you've added into your contract limited usage rights and a reverse morality clause to protect you. On the other hand, if you sell usage rights or a license for them to use your raw footage, then this means that you're saying to the brand, hey brand, I'm the owner of this footage, and for X amount of dollars, for a specific period of time, say 6 months or unlimited, for a specific purpose, like organic or paid ad or both, I'm going to share my rights with you. I'm not transferring ownership or any rights to this footage. I'm still fully the owner of it, but I'm going to share it with you. And I can now control how you use it. Basically, the brand is paying you to rent your raw footage. And once they no longer pay for it, they're no longer renting it and can no longer use it. I find that selling unlimited usage rights is a great way for the content creator to keep control and ownership over the footage, while also allowing the brand to use the content for however long they want, and with either one lump sum or monthly payments, because some creators simply just don't want to have to police them. But you still hold that control should they use it in a way that you don't like. Otherwise, you have to monitor their page, like social media accounts and websites, to see how they're using it and to make sure that they're not using it past your usage rights timeframe. One great thing about usage rights is if you don't like how they're using it, you can tell them and you can revoke the license that you gave to them. And this includes their ability to use not only the raw footage, but any content that they created from that footage, as long as your contract says so. So what about when the brand creates new content from the raw footage that you sold? Under intellectual property, by default, the person who creates the original content has the ownership rights. That's why when a brand pays you for content, you're still the owner, not the brand, even if they're the one paying you and requesting for you to make the content. But what about when you sell the raw footage and the brand then creates content from that? Who owns it? If you sell usage rights or a license to use your raw footage, then what you want to make sure is that you, not the brand, owes all the derivative work, which is any content that's created from that raw footage. Otherwise, it defeats the whole reason for having provided usage rights in the first place, which was to control how the footage is used. Because you still own the footage, you want to ensure that in your contract it states that you own any work that's created from it. Again, this is why contracts and having a properly written contract is so important. So how much does a creator charge for raw footage? I get this question a lot, and honestly, it depends. It's great to make standard rates in the industry, but really it's going to depend on your level of experience, how long you've been a creator, your availability to take on new projects, new brands, and whether you are selling your usage rights or you're transferring full ownership in the raw footage. Because you now know how valuable this raw footage can be to a brand, make sure you price it accordingly. The amount you charge or whether you charge at all is going to be a personal decision. I have seen some creators hand over the raw footage because, well, frankly, there wasn't that much footage and or they wanted to build a relationship with the brand and they thought they would actually see more money later. I've seen other creators charge 50% of the original project price, while other creators have charged 3 to 10 times the original price because they were selling a transfer of ownership instead of usage rights. Just remember to take into account your base rate and whether you're offering usage or full rights. Then pick a price that you feel comfortable with. Now, how do you go about protecting your rights in your raw footage or the content that's created from it? Learning how to properly license and sell your raw footage is crucial if you want to succeed as a content creator. By understanding the different types of licensing available for your footage and your content, you can ensure you have a proper contract in place that protects your intellectual property and ensures that you're being fairly compensated for all of your hard work. And if you're ready to get the proper legal training and cover stuff like this, then go grab our UGC Bundle, which also includes an attorney-drafted contract template.